जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गंधार गिरिधारी श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मरण मोहन जू की जय। नित्यागल विष्णु विष्णुपार शुतर शुत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जय। नित्यागल विष्णु विष्णुपार शुतर शुत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्यागल विष्णु विष्णुपार अश्रुतर अश्रुत शिशुमार भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जाय। नित्याल्लभ विष्णु विष्णुपाद अश्रुतर अश्रुत शिशुमार भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोसाई महाराज की जाय। नित्याल्लभ विष्णु विष्णुपाद अश्रुतर अश्रुत शिशुमार भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जाय। नित्याल्लभ विष्णु महाभगवत श्री गोलोकनाथ बाबाजी महाराज की जाय। नित्याल्लभ विश्व शुभ सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जाय। नित्याल्लभ विष्णु वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबूजी महाराज की जाय। श्री रूपानु गौड़ीय गुरु वर्ग की जाय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ शारद गोसाई प्रभु की जाय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदारी श्री गौर पार्षद वृंद की जाय। नाम अक्षय श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जाय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जाय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौर मंडल ब्रज मंडल मथुर वृंदावन धाम की जाय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदात गिरिराज महाराज की जाय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जाय। श्री यमुना देवी गंग देवी की जाय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जाय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जाय। श्री पूर्णमासी योग माया की जाय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। जय श्री रसेश्वरी शिव शुभानुनंदिनी श्रीमती राधा ठाकुरानी की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्ण। Yeah, let's do a very short Jaidvani and then we can. Actually, let's just do the normal Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura Jaidvani. Because we'll be reading an article by him today. Or, yeah. Ajnanathmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Shri Siddhanta Saraswati Vidito Gaudiya Gurvanvaye Bhato Bhanuriva Prabhata Gagane Yogora Sankirtanaya Maya Bharati Mingilo Daragatanu Jiva Niman Krishna Prema Sudha Vigahana Sukham Pradat Prabhum Tang Bhaje Vande Bhakti Vinodam Shri Gaur Shakti Sarupakam Bhakti Shastragya Samrajam Radha Rasa Sudha Nidhim Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaur Shakti Sarupaya Rupanugavarayate Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Vrishabhanusutan Vitavamatanum Yamuna Tatanagarananda Sutam Murali Kalagita Vinoraparang Bhaja Godrumakanana Kunjavidum Smara Gauragadadara Kelikalam Bhava Gauragadadara Pakshachara Shrinu Gauragadadara Charukatham Bhajagodrumakanana Kunjavidum Tvaivasmi Tvaivasmi Na Jivami Tvaya Vina Iti vigyaya devi tvam nayamam charanantikam. Bhaktya vihina aparada lakshay kshiptascha kamadittaranga madhye kripa mai tvam sharanam prapanna vrinde namaste charanarvindam. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams, Dri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatharani Mataji, Sarveshwari Mataji, Anadi Krishna Prabhu, Ganga Mataji, Raseshwari Mataji, Indira Mataji, and I don't know who else is watching. If you write a comment, I'll see your name. And also Dandavat Pranams to all devotees watching in the future, like Jayadev Prabhu, Shachi Devi, Revati Didi, Manjari Didi, Krishna Rose, and everybody else. Dandavat Pranams. All right, so um, off to a very late start today. Um, yeah, today we're going to read. I actually haven't looked at it yet myself, but it is from the book Śrī Rādhā, Our Supreme Shelter. We're reading the chapter or the section by Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura. I think it's from Jaiva Dharma, if I remember correctly, but we'll see. Yeah, and I don't know. I'm gonna just finish whenever we finish reading the Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura part. I don't know how long it will take, if it'll take 10 minutes or half an hour or however long, but we'll just see. But yeah, as you've heard me explain many times, this is by far the most crazy time of the year for me. Much more even than Gaur Purnima or like Navadip Parikrama or any Parikrama. It's like, just for example, from this morning, right after Mangalarti, actually even before Mangalarti was finished, I was working with a devotee in America, and I finished just a little bit before now. So I haven't done anything this morning. I haven't done any kind of sadhana or anything like that. I've just been working on the computer, and then one thing interesting. So yesterday we weren't able to have our reading because there was no electricity. Like the Wi-Fi was completely out. But so I didn't do the reading, but instead I looked at a book I scanned a long time ago. I managed to get my hands on the first edition of Gaudiya Kitigucha and some other books, and I scanned them very quickly. My phone was almost about to run out of battery, so I had to scan it really quickly. So some of the pages aren't very scanned very nicely, but um, anyhow, I was looking through that book. And then I found two introductions that Param Gurudev wrote for Sharanagati. Um, yeah. And so Param Gurudev in 1950, so before Srila Gurudev or Srila Trivikram Goswami Maharaj or Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, before they took sannyas, 1950, he published Sharanagati. This is before the Gaudiya Gita Gucha even. He published Sharanagati as its own book. Along with Yamuna Bhavavali. He published them together. And then he wrote two introductions. And he also included a bunch of verses from Bhajanahasya and other places. All the fourth chapter of Bhajanahasya included a bunch of verses from the fourth chapter. And so I discovered that all yesterday. And so I translated the two introductions. We're going to include that in the Gaudiya Gita Gucha. And today I need to translate a whole ton of Sharanagati, other Sharanagati prayers and things like that. But yeah, if we would have done our program yesterday, I probably wouldn't have looked through that book and wouldn't have discovered that. So I think it was kind of a blessing that I wasn't able to read yesterday. Um, yeah. Anyways, so these days, because the book is supposed to go to press in when is it? Oh my God. Book's supposed to go to press in like 9 days from now, which is completely impossible. Anyhow, I still have like 2 chapters to do and um 2 chapters to do as well as the back matter and then proofread the book, which is and a bunch of other things like adding the meters for all the ashtakams and stotrams and every song in the book and a bunch of other things like that. Today. And so these days it's yeah, I probably shouldn't even do readings every day, but we'll see. We'll play it by ear. But yeah. Anyway, sorry for that super long explanation, but I thought that part was kind of exciting that we're going to be adding in like 2 things that Param Gurudev wrote about Sharanagati that probably that isn't in print. Like I don't even know if most devotees at Devananda Gaudiya Math know about this because it's not printed anywhere. It was only printed back then in 1950. And so that will be going into some book. Okay, I'm gonna shut up and let's read okay, Śrī Rādhā Svarūpa. Okay. Yeah, so this is from Jaiva Dharma. It's short. It's from chapter 33 of Jaiva Dharma. So let's make the text big and then we can begin. Oh, Krishna. Yeah, I was up till almost 11 last night working, and then I started working again at, what is it, like 4:45. I don't know why I made that font. It's like a total marathon time for me right now. Um, okay. So yeah, and please nobody get offended if I don't respond to messages or like if I'm just ever like it's never take anything personally. I'm just a bit overwhelmed. Okay. Śrī Rādhā Swarup, Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura. Okay. One day, Vijay Kumar and Brajanath took bath in Indradumna Sarovar, and upon returning to their residence, they honored prasad together. Brajanath then set off to have darshan of Sri Haridas Thakur's Samadhi, while Vijay Kumar came before the lotus feet of his Gurudev at Śrī Rādhā Kanta Math. When he saw that the time was appropriate, he posed some questions about Srimati Radhika. He said, Prabhu, Sri Vishabhanu Nandini is our be-all and end-all, and our very life's breath. I cannot express it. I do not know why my heart melts when I just hear the name of Sri Radhika. Although Sri Krishna is our only refuge, still, I only like to taste the playful pastimes that he performs with Sri Radhika. My mind does not want to hear any Krishna Katha that does not mention Srimati Radhika's name or discuss her pastimes. This is very similar to one of Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura's Swaniyam Tadashakam verses. What can I say? Now I am not at all pleased to introduce myself as Vijay Kumar Bhattacharya. I am overjoyed to call myself Shri Radhika's Palya Dasi, maidservant. Another surprising thing is that I have no desire to speak Vraj Lila Katha to those who are Krishna Bahirmukh, who are turned away from Krishna. I want to get up and flee any assembly where those who are not Rasik describe the glories of Śrī Rādhā Krishna. Do you want to see the verse in Swaniyam Dodashakam? I need to prepare this. Let's see. I'll be in new songs, essential teachings, Svaniyam Dvadashakam. Let's see. What do we have here? This sentiment is this one. So it's verse 7. Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura says, Navai kunte raje na cha vishaya karye mama ratir na nirvane mokshe mama matiri haste kshanamapi brajananda danya dhari vilasitam pavanamapi katanchin mam radhan vaya virahitam no sukhayati. I have no attraction for the realm of Vaikuntha nor for material activities. I never desire, not even for a moment, to attain impersonal liberation. Although Sri Hari's other pastimes are purifying, those pastimes that are bereft of the bliss of Raj and that have no connection to Śrī Rādhā bring me no happiness whatsoever. My wife, daughters, sons, mother, and friends are not at all related to me if they have no deep affection for Sri Hari, his devotees, and bhakti. Accepting food from non-devotees or materialistic people is a fault which leads to downfall. If I associate with such people, how will I gain success in Hari Bhajan? A person may keep a great distance from those blinded by mundane logic, engrossed in material pleasures, averse to Krishna, and attached to impersonal liberation. So they might be perfect in every way, and they don't even associate with those who are averse to Krishna. They're like only in good association. They keep a great distance away from. But if that person arrogantly worships Govinda without Radha, I will not go near him, not even for a moment. This is my firm vow. So, anyways, this is the mood that's being expressed by Prajanath Vijay Kumar here. So, Goswami, you are fortunate. As long as one does not have complete conviction in being a Vraja Ramani, he is not qualified to enter into the descriptions of Shri Radha Krishna's Leela Vilas. What to speak of those in male forms, even a Devi has no eligibility for Radha Krishna Katha. I have already discussed Krishna's beloved consorts with you. Radha and Chandravali are the foremost amongst them, and they both have millions of yutas, millions of groups of fresh adolescent gopis. At the time of Maharas, hundreds of millions of charming young gopis took part in the Ras Mandal and expanded its beauty. Vijay. Prabhu, let Chandravali have her millions of yutas, but please show mercy to me and tell me about Srimati Radhika's glories, so that my contaminated ears may be purified and filled with ras. I have taken full shelter of you. Goswami. Aha, Vijay, of Radha and Chandravali, Śrī Rādhā is Mahabhav Svarūpa. She is the complete embodiment of the highest love. And she therefore excels Chandravali in all qualities and in all matters. Look, in the Tapani Shruti, she has been called Gandharva. In the Rik Parishishta, the supplement to the Rig Veda, there is a description of the immense brilliance of Madhav when he is with Radha. In the Padma Puran, Naradji has also said, just as Srimati Radhika is the most beloved of Krishna, similarly, her Kund is also equally dear to him. Of all the gopis, Śrī Radharani is the most dear to Krishna. What an unprecedented and astonishing tattva this Radha tattva is. Among all the various Shaktis of Bhagavan, the supermost Mahashakti is called Ladini. Radhika is Mahabhav Svarūpa. She is the very embodiment of the condensed essence of that Ladini. Vijay. What an exceptional tattva! Now please describe Śrī Rādha's Svarūpa, her form. Oh, and it doesn't mention Goswami refers to Gopal Guru Goswami, right? I think so. So in all respects, Srimati Radhika is the most beautiful of all Sri Krishna's beloved consorts, Shushtu Kanta Svarūpa. And she is adorned with 16 shringar, 16 decorations, and 12 abhara, 12 ornaments. Then Vijay asks, what is the meaning of Sushtu Kanta Svarūpa? Goswami says, Śrī Rādha's Svarūpa is so beautiful that there is no necessity of decorative embellishments. Her unparalleled loveliness is expanded by her hair, which is a mass of elegant curls, by her lotus face, by her large, restless eyes, and by her beautiful breasts. The extraordinary beauty of her Svarūpa is increased many times over by her slender waist, by her 2 exquisite shoulders that are slightly lowered, and by her flower bud hands, which are embellished by the jewels of her fingernails. There is no comparison to her beauty in all the 3 worlds. Vijay. What are the 16 shringars? Goswami. Her 16 shringars are her bath, the radiance of the jewel decorating the tip of her nose, her blue garments, the belt about her waist, her braid, her earrings, the sandalwood paste smeared on her limbs, the arrangement of flowers in her hair, her garland, the lila kamal, the play lotus in her hand, the tambul in her mouth, the dot of kasturi on her chin, the kajal around her eyes, the pictures drawn in mrigamada in dusk on her rosy cheeks, the red lac on her feet, and the tilak on her forehead. Srimati Radhika is always beautified by these types of decoration. Vijay. What are the 12 abharans, ornaments? Goswami. The 12 abharans that decorate Śrī Rādha's limbs are the exceptionally brilliant jeweled tiara upon her head, her golden earrings, and the golden belt upon her hips, the golden necklace, the valli, and golden shalaka on her ears, the branches on her wrists. Sorry, why did I say branches? I was thinking of valli, which means a creeper, and then I got distracted. So the bracelets on her wrists, the ornament on her neck, the rings on her fingers, her pearl necklace, her armlets, the jeweled ankle bells on her feet, and the rings on her toes. And Haribo, Champak Mataji, and Nandanandan Prabhu, Anari, Krishna Prabhu, and everybody else. There you go. Vijay, please show compassion to me by describing Śrī Rādha's prominent qualities. Goswami. Like Shri Krishna, Srimati Radha also has innumerable qualities, among which 25 are prominent. 1. She is sweet, she is madhur. That is, she is incomparably beautiful in appearance. 2. She is an ever-fresh youth. 3. Her eyes are restless and inclined to give sidelong glances. 4. She has a radiant, gentle, and sweet smile. 5. She has beautiful lines indicating auspiciousness. 6. She maddens Krishna with the fragrance of her limbs. 7. She is expert in the musical arts. 8. She speaks sweetly. 9. She is expert in making jokes. 10. She is very polite and modest. 11. She is merciful. 12. She is cunning. 13. She is expert in all duties. 14. She is shy. 15. She is always steadfast on the path of righteous conduct. 16. She is patient. 17. She is grave, so that it is very difficult to understand the import of her mind. 18. She is fond of enjoying pastimes. 19. She is acutely eager to manifest the supermost excellence of Mahabhav. 20. When the residents of Gokul see her, their hearts immediately overflow with prema. 21. Her fame pervades the entire universe. 22. She is the object of affection for her superiors, for her Gurujan. 23. She is controlled by intense love, by pranay of her Sakis. 24. She is prominent among all Krishna's Sakis. And then 25. Keshav always remains submissive to her orders. When I was in Gurukul, in the New Braj village school, Gopanandini Mataji, she had, our school is small. It had probably like around 25 students or something, maybe a bit more. But Gopanandini Mataji had every student draw one of the qualities. So each person had a quality, one of these 25 qualities to make an illustration about. And they could spend as much time as they wanted to make it as beautiful as they could. And then after we posted them all around this, like all around the walls in the school. And so each one of these 25 qualities had a very creative, very beautiful, unique illustration. And it stayed on the walls of our group for many years. Yeah, that was cool. Okay, so Vijay. I want to know in detail about the elegant lines that indicate her immense good fortune. Goswami. This is also, these are also like many of these things. I remember going over this in Ujjwala Nilamani. It explains all these. I think this is mostly a summary of Ujjwala Nilamani, what Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura was writing here. Okay, so Goswami, according to the Varaha Samhita, Jyotish Shastra, Kashi Khanda, and the Puranas, such as the Matsya Puran and Garuda Puran, these are the auspicious signs on her left foot. 1. There is a barley corn at the base of her big toe. 2. Below that is a chakra, is a disc. 3. Below the middle toe is a lotus flower. And below the lotus is 4, a banner. And 5, a flag. 6, there is a line curving up from the middle of the sole to the right side of the middle toe. 7, below her little toe is an elephant goad. The signs on her right foot are as follows. Do you want to see a picture? There are many pictures online of Radharani's feet illustrated. Here, let's just type it up. One second. Śrī Rādhā's feet. Let's just see what happens when we type that up. I should have typed the markings. Okay, there. This is a good picture. So that seems kind of low resolution. They're both the same. Okay, let's try this one. Open link in new tab. Open image in new tab. Okay, yeah, this is a good photo. All right, so here's everything that we just read. Let's see. So the left foot. Where's the barley corn? Huh. Anyways, whatever. Oh, there's the barley corn. Right there. And then below that is the chakra, the Ari. And anyways, let's look at the signs on the right foot. So the signs on our right foot are as follows. At the root of her big toe is a conch shell, right there. 2, on her heel is a fish. And 3, below her little toe is an altar. Above the fish are 4, a chariot, 5, a mountain, 6, an earring, 7, a club, and 8, the mark of a Shakti. What's the mark of a Shakti look like? Anyways, there's the Vedi, there's the altar, the Parvat, the mountain, there's the conch shell, Kundala, Gadam, Syandanam, Shaktim. There's the Shakti one. It's a trident. That looks pretty intense, huh? There's the Matsya. All right. On her left hand, 1, a long lifeline extends from the point where the index finger and the middle finger meet to below the little finger. 2, another line begins from below the long lifeline and extends to the place between the index finger and the thumb. 3, below the thumb, a curved line extends from the wrist to the space between the thumb and index finger to meet with the middle line. And 4 to 8, on the tip of her thumb and each of her fingers is a chakra. The 3 lines plus the 5 chakras make 8 signs altogether. Then 9, below the right finger is an elephant. 10, below the lifeline is a horse. And 11, below the middle line is a bull. Below the little finger are 12, an elephant goad, 13, a fan, 14, a Shri tree, 15, a victory column, 16, an arrow, 17, a javelin, and 18, a garland. On the right hand, just as on the left, there are 3 lines beginning with the lifeline. In addition, there is a conch shell on the tip of her thumb and each of her fingers. That makes 8 signs altogether. 9, below the index finger is a chamar, and below the little finger are 10, an elephant goad, 11, a palace, 12, a dundubi drum, 13, a lightning bolt, 14, 2 carts, 15, an archer's bow, 16, a sword, and 17, a water pot. Since there are 7 signs on the left foot, 8 on the right, 18 on the left hand, and 17 on the right, altogether there are 50 auspicious signs indicating supreme fortune. Wow, that's a lot. We're not going to look at this in detail, but just showing, here's what we just read. Open image in new tab. Where is it? Okay, so here's a picture of Śrī Rādhā's hands. There are all the signs. 18 on that hand, 17 on that hand. So all together, there are 35 symbols on our hands. It's interesting. There's a elephant, a horse, a cow, all right above each other. See that in the middle? Elephant, horse, cow. All right, let's continue on. Vijay. Are these symptoms not possible in others? Goswami. These qualities are present in the jivas, the living entities, to a very slight degree, and somewhat more in the devis, but they are all fully manifest in Śrī Rādhika. All of Śrī Rādhika's qualities are aprakrit, they are all transcendental, because these qualities are not present purely and completely in anybody in the mundane world, even in goddesses such as Gauri. Vijay, aha, Srimati Radhika's virtues are inconceivable. One can realize them only by her mercy. And Goswami says, how can I express her glories? What is there to compare with the beauty and qualities that perpetually bewilder even Krishna himself? Okay, so that's the end of our reading for today. That was from Jaiva Dharma, chapter 33. And I guess tomorrow we will read this article by Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura Prabhupada, Śrī Rādhā, which is written in English for the harmonist. Okay. All right, so we'll just end with a short Mahamantra and we'll end early today. Haribo Rai Ramananda Prabhu. Sajan Shripad Bhaktivedanta Sajan Maharaj Dandavat Pranams. And also Rohini Nandan Prabhu. Sorry, I didn't see you before. But yeah, Maharaj, what are you mentioning about 12? I missed that. All right. Let's see. On the feet, I'm just looking again really quickly. So on one foot there's 7, on the other foot there's 8, and then on one hand there's 18, and the other hand there's 17. So altogether 50. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Haribo Nitai Gaur Haribo. Jai Shri Guru Garam, Jai Shri Sachidananda Gaur Hari ki Jai, Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju ki Jai, Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju ki Jai, Jai Shri Guru Dev ki Jai, Jai Shri Param Guru Dev ki Jai, Shri Prabhupada ki Jai, Shri Rupano Gaudiya Guru Varga ki Jai, Saparshachi Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopi Gan ki Jai, Shri Giriraj Maharaj ki Jai, Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki Jai, Shri Bhakti Devi ki Jai, Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya ki Jai, Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai, Shri Raseshwari Shri Vishwanandini Shrimati Radha Thakurani ki Jai, Jai Shri Satchidananda Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura ki Jai, his Jaiva Dharma ki Jai, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, श्रीनिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि, वृंदाय तुलसी देवाय प्रियाय केशवाय कृष्ण भक्ति कर देवी, सत्यवताय नमो नमः, वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Dandavad pranams, Nari Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Sarveshwari Mataji, Nanda Nandan Prabhu, Champak Mataji, Anadi Krishna Prabhu, and all the devotees watching on YouTube and Facebook, like Ganga Mataji, Raseshwari Mataji, Rohini Nandan Prabhu, Shripad Bhaktivedanta Sajan Maharaj, Rai Ramananda Prabhu, and everybody else. Indira Mataji, and all the devotees watching in the future, like Shachi Devi, Veda Devi, Jaidev Prabhu, Manjari Didi, and Krishna Rose. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for joining, and look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. And I think we'll just do that. We'll follow the order from Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura to Śrīla Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada to Śrīla Sridhar Goswami Maharaj to our Param Gurudev. Like that, we'll just go, our Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, we'll just go down the line. all the way till we get to our Gurudev. All right, Dandavat Pranams. Thank you so much for joining. Is there anything anybody wants to mention before I end the stream for today? All right, see you.